Started with Tom Petrini. Tom.
Hey, Patty, I know you guys just finished, but what are your sort of initial big picture takeaways on the first half of the season here? What you guys have been able to accomplish and what comes next?
Um, Brutal schedule, and it is only going to get much, much worse in the second half of the season. That's for sure. It's just a different beast. Obviously, with the protocols, and everyone's gone through it. Obviously, but for us to go through the adversity that we've had with obviously not only injuries but the COVID protocols, it does take its toll, and it's not any excuse. Obviously, it's just the reality of the basketball lifestyle at the moment, and we've got to find ways to be able to get through it. So as tough as we might think this first half of the season was, it's only going to get much worse. So we got to definitely get away from it during this few-day break and recharge and be in the right mindset coming back, that not only that we got to perform, we've got to do it consistently throughout the second half of the season.
And then, you mentioned the toughness of the schedule. Is there anything that you learned? I know you've been in the game for a while, but with this particularly difficult schedule, was there anything you learned that you'll carry into that very tough second half?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is the riding the highs and lows, right? It's one of those things that you just can't ride the highs too high and the lows too low, because there's too many games, there's too many opportunities, right? That are coming up, and it's game every other day. So you gotta move on to the next one, no matter if it's good or bad. And I think that's really probably what it comes down to at the end of the day, as a professional, understanding that win or lose, no matter how good or bad it is, you've got to be able to push it aside and look towards the next one, and how we can continue to grow individually and as a team as well.
Thanks, Tom. Let's go to Jeff McDonald.
Patty, what was happening with the turnovers tonight, specifically in the third quarter? Because that seemed to be the big turning point.
Yeah, definitely. A lot of turnovers led to 20 odd points for them, and then that's essentially the game right there. Yeah, no excuses when it comes to them. They're all mental turnovers. So could be just a lack of execution and just mental. Like we got to be able to be strong with the ball and execute. And yeah, I mean that was the ball game, and not trying to make any excuses for it, but we definitely have to be better. And we have throughout the season for
right.
it, and it's been a strong point for us, and tonight wasn't it, but they came out defensively and were able to not let us get comfortable, and how they guarded DeJounte and DeMar and really made us uncomfortable, and probably a little bit of organizational things on our end too. But like I said, the schedule, it was probably a good whether we were mentally tired or physically tired, that's probably what we're going to be up against for the remainder of the season. So if you look at the big picture, that's a good test of what we're going to be fighting through for the second half of the season.
Obviously nobody wants to be as shorthanded as you guys have been, but do you feel like that's helped you develop even more depth than you had with some of these guys that are having to play?
Yeah, for sure. Look, I couldn't be more proud about our guys that were able to step up and really make an impact straight away. Like really pumped for Luka, for Trey in his games that he was able to play, both Treys, and Cater even. And that's the thing about this group especially. We've got a bunch of young guys. And again, with the COVID stuff, right? It's limited our time together as a team, that we can really, camaraderie and that team gel type of thing. So that's another thing. But guys that have gone, into the G League bubble and come out of that, and still felt like they're a part of the team, so that when they get on the floor, that they can make a significant impact. And you know, that's a big growth step for all of those guys and for us as a team, and how we can play. So, you know, there was spurts over the last few games and even tonight where you saw that growth together as a team, and everyone's feeding off of each other, and you know, you have that contagious energy, especially with these young guys. So from that standpoint, it's great. And if we can able to just dial that in when we get everyone else back, and everyone can continue to move forward in that way, you know, we've got that opportunity there.
Do you have any big plans for the break? I don't even know if you guys are allowed to leave town or what the rules are there.
Yeah, look, the biggest plan is just to be able to give the body a rest, I think, and just get away from it mentally. Obviously, it's been a lot, but like I said, it's only going to get tougher. So this is our opportunity to have a good break, and then get ready to give it a red hot crack.
All right, appreciate it.
We'll close it out with Tom Worsborn. Tom.
Patty, what do you remember about last March 11th when everything changed for you guys, for the U.S., you know, for all of us, and maybe, you know, one or two lessons that you've learned from this, from the pandemic, living through the pandemic?
Yeah. So to answer your question, was actually up in Austin at one of the food truck parks having a nice ice cold beer, because we just came from one hell of an East Coast road trip. I remember it vividly, and needed to wind down with a ice cold. And that's when we heard everything that had shut down with the Utah game, and obviously getting back home and being in quarantine. And to be honest, it doesn't feel like that much long ago. But a lot has happened there, not only you know, within our organization, but around the world, obviously, and everyone trying to adapt. I think, especially here in San Antonio, everyone has understood what needs to be done to be able to look after one another, and that's been really you know, heartwarming for someone that's in you know, significantly involved in the community, to know that everyone's willing to do their part to be able to keep our place safe. You know, you saw our superheroes are the ones, you know, in the front lines that have been just going about their business relentlessly, trying to you know, keep everyone health and safe and whatnot. So you know, you feel proud to be part of a community that's like that. So when it comes to the Spurs now, obviously, you know, we're doing our part and making sure that we can you know, have that same impact. And keeping, you know, fans away has been tough for us, not having fans at home here, but it's what we've had to do. But knowing that, you know, we've taken all this time to be able to learn how to best go about it, so that when fans do return, it's in a safe place, and everyone is completely on top of you know, having everyone back. So that's something that I'm definitely really excited to have back for the second half of the season, to be able to feel that energy in the arena again that we haven't had for so long now, over a year. And you know, we always say that San Antonio basketball is much more than the Spurs. You know, it's the whole community. It's the whole of this surrounding areas of San Antonio. So to have everyone back, I'm just really looking forward to feeling that energy of you know, this great place again.
Patty, thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, guys, thank you.